Hi there. We are in the beginning of a very unique week. We are 4 special weeks during the year, every year. These are the weeks of the Vessel of Love. For me, they are very unique because, I'm a vessel and also in my Chiron. And this week I'm going to celebrate my Chiron's birthday, 4 years to my Chiron. And this is very, very interesting to watch what has happened to me in those years, and not only because of this vessel of love, but the Chiron itself, what it does, and in the way of these crosses, both my natal cross and the Chiron cross, they just take over. They took over me and my life, and it's very, very strong to see and to feel it. So I'm celebrating inwards. It's not a celebration outside, but it is deepens my journey inwards more and more. So let's see what we're going to have this week. So these 2 gates of the vessel, the 25th and the 46th, are, of course, part of these 4 ways or 4 aspects of transcendent love in personal love. This is not personal love. That is not personal. It's very, very confusing for people who carry the vessel, and also for people who are in presence that they have vessel people in their lives, because the vessel people, if they really radiate this love, it can be very confusing. And of course, we know that everything is this and that. It could be the vessel of hate, or the vessel of not love. It's not that love is the opposite of hate, but they can be, instead of loving people, they can be not loving people. And I know that personally it's very, very confusing for me and for my surrounding. It was very confusing. And also another thing to understand is that, being a vessel of love, is like, oh, I'm so lucky, but it is the lesson that we carry. We carry this cross to learn about love, to understand love, to transcend love, all these aspects of the lesson, because the cross we carry is our lesson in life, and the Chiron cross too. So in my case, that's a very deep lesson, and I think I only now begin to realize the depth and the depth of this lesson, and especially with this universal love in the sun of my Chiron cross. So let's go deeper. The gate of innocence, universal love, this is a very unique kind of love, because if you really look at it, even comparing to the other gates in the vessel, this is the coolest love we can ever meet. This gate comes from the quarter of initiation. So this is a mindy love. This is a love that has nothing to do with the body, with the others, with warmth. It's even doesn't have any awareness. It's just the potential to love everything, to being loving towards everything. And this everything is very important, because the 25th gate is the only gate that is present in everything that exists, including the inanimate. It's not about having life. You don't need to be alive in order to have this gate. In everything we have around us, this gate is there. So the people who carry this gate, they have the capacity to love everything, to be loving towards everything, to love their things, Ra used to say he carried this gate. He used to say that he loves his guitars more than people. And I know this. I know this. I have things that I love. I give names to my objects. And I have relationships with them. So, and this is what it is. It's a gate that can maintain this innocence of being one with everything and resonate with everything. I can resonate with a book as an object, or with a picture on my, art picture on my wall, as I resonate to a person. So, and of course animals and everything. So it is confusing, because the essence of this gate and all the gates of the vessel is a loving essence. And of course, again, this is this and that. Not everyone that carries this gate behaves like that. It depends where they are in their journey and, all the circumstances. But the potential is to be loving. And this is, being loving is not personal. And this love can radiate from these people, and other people might get confused and take it personally. And also the person itself, again, as I said, can get very confused. Most of my life, I was confused of this impersonal love that comes out of me. And now in my Chiron, I can feel it very, very strongly, the effect of the 25th gate in the sun, on my sun. It's very, very strong. This is the gate of the shaman, the priest. It's the gate that can really, in its innocence, love everything. But again, this is a very, very cool and mindy essence of love. This gate is all the time dealing with shock. You know that the other part of the channel of initiation, the channel that it belongs to, is the gate of shock. So this gate has this mission to maintain the innocence that it is whenever it meets the shock, and the initiation that comes with the shock, and the potential to leap into the void, and the potential to transcend. This is the potential is there if one can maintain their innocence while being shocked. So it's not easy for people who don't have the whole channel, and of course it is very challenging for people who have this gate in an open G. Also very challenging to carry the vessel of love in an open G, very challenging, but we will not get there. And there, I was asked a question by some beautiful creature that we connect through Facebook because of my videos, and she asked me a question, and I'm just saying my point of view. I'm no expert in everything, except the way I see it. This beautiful creature, she's a vessel of love, and she has her sun in the 25th gate, the first line. By the way, happy birthday to everybody who has this cross and today. And what happens in the first line, there are two lines in this gate that has Neptune and Neptune and Pluto fix their one of their sides, the detriment or the exaltment. And Ra says that if Neptune and Pluto are very far from this gate, very far behind, then nobody activates this on the planet now. So there are, if we look at the first line, the exaltment, the exaltment is fixed by Neptune, and the third line, the detriment, is fixed by Pluto. So the question was, she asked me, will I be able to fulfill my cross if the first line is not, the exaltment doesn't exist? So I just looked at it. So first of all, without even looking at it, the idea itself couldn't be real. I mean, there's no way you will not fulfill yourself, because you live here and you wrote me and you listen now, so you fulfill yourself. Now, the question, I understand where the question comes from, but when I look at gate 25, all the 6 lines have their blue line. And when we have a blue line, we know that there is a genetic trait that needs to develop through the process of life. And the first line is selflessness, and the blue line is motiveless action. Now, the fulfillment of your sun is, as I see it, to learn to get to this motiveless action. And you get to this motiveless action this way or another. You study this, life teaches you this role, and you get there. And now you are very, very close to your Chiron. And I looked at your chart, and I know that you are also a vessel of love in your Chiron, which is really cute, the connection between us. So I wouldn't worry that you're not fulfilled. I mean, this is just data. This is information. Life is much wider, much broader, much deeper, much more magical than these words, even though we really like them and they help our minds go through this journey. And for me as a projector, it's really amazing, because it's a system that through this system I see life, but this is through this system. And this system, as amazing as it is not life itself. It just gives us direction. It gives us the way to embody this, to surrender to our limitations and love them and understand them and accept them. But life is huger. I don't know if I can say this in English, but life is huger, much bigger than these lines. So the minute you follow your strategy and authority, and you let yourself really go, be led by your driver, then you fulfill yourself. So I wouldn't worry if I were you. Happy birthday. And I hope this answer helped other situations that are like this way or another. Okay, so we move on to the love of the body. Gate 46, pushing upwards. Oh, I love this gate. Good fortune that may be perceived as a result of serendipity, but derives from effort and dedication. Love of the body. So another form of impersonal love and transcendent love. And this is about, this is a part of the channel of discovery, which is part of the collective sensing circuit and the quarter of duality, both gates in this channel. So we are talking about getting to love ourselves, learning to love ourselves through feeling and through experiencing in our body, in the now, with another being. And this is about pushing upward to the kingdom of heaven. We are really transcending our being through discovering who we are in this body, relating to another. It's not about loving the body of the other. It's not about the other loving our body. It's about discovering our self-love during this discovery process with being in our body. This is Tantra. Tantra is about presence. And this is, if we can really be present in our body during this experience that we jumped into by saying yes, yes, and jumping into the abyss, then we can experience what it is to be a loving creature in our body in the now. This is the real meaning of this kind of love. So even though it is sensual and it is about the body, it is not personal. It is not about sexuality in the mundane aspect of it. None of these gates of the vessel have anything to do with sexuality in the mundane aspect. This is the only one that talks about the body, but it talks about it as being part of the vessel. This is the vessel itself, the inward part of the vessel that holds the spirit in it. This is the temple. So this is about loving the temple and discovering what loving the temple is through the other. So this is the 46th gate. And we celebrate the spring equinox in the 20th in 10:28 GMT, and it's really, this is the day and almost the hour of my Chiron return birthday, 4-year Chiron return birthday. So I'm very happy. We are going to have a big celebration. All the cosmos celebrates my Chiron return birthday, and a little afterwards, we get the perfected form. The moon will enter the gate 10 and will combine with Jupiter that stays now in the gate of the penetrating awareness. Yes, the 57th gate. So together they form the integration channel, the perfected form, and it will be present in the transits as a global conditioning pattern for about 10 hours. And of course, while being there, we will feel very strongly the sun and the earth that are in the G center. So everything is lightened up, as I like to see it. And then in the 21st, 17:25 GMT, we get the channel of initiation. Mercury enters the gate of shock and combines with the sun in the gate of innocence, and together until March 24th in the morning, when the sun enters the gate of opinion, until then we are going to have the channel of initiation. This is 3 days, I think, and we are going to feel the sun and the earth very strongly. And of course, we know the channel of initiation. We know this leaping into the void. We know this potential for transcendence. We know the competition that comes from it in the mundane level. And of course, in the evolutionary aspect of this competition, this is what we need. We need that some people will be there first in order to accept the mutation and to embody it. But of course, we have this and that. So, part of us, those who are ready for the next leap into the void and transcend, then they have the chance to use the channel of initiation. And of course, others will experience this as a competition and ego games. After all, this is a defined ego in the transits, a global conditioning pattern. And people who carry the channel of initiation know that it provokes a lot of competition wherever they go, because everybody else amplifies it, and amplify the whole channel is much stronger than amplify only the defined ego from another aspect. This really creates a lot of competition in the mundane world, and people who carry this channel need to be aware of it. We can't do anything about it, but we can be correct. And if we are very correct, then this competition might or might not interfere with our lives, but at least we know that we are doing the best we can. And then in the 22nd, we are going to have a global conditioning pattern of this very interesting channel, the channel of awareness. The moon will get to the gate of mystery, inner truth, the 61st gate, and will combine with Mars that is in the gate of returning formalization. This is the 24th gate, and they form the individual mental channel, the channel of awareness that really needs to deal with all this acoustic way of thinking. And then this activation lightens up the whole mindy stuff that we have there. We have the gate of doubt that Neptune sits there. We have the gate of opinions that Venus sits there. And of course, Saturn still sits in the gate of ideas. So we are going to leap into the void, discover our love of the body, and have a lot of mental activity and opinions and ideas and realizations about this. So it's going to be for 10 hours. We are going to have these two channels. And by the way, these two channels, and of course the channel of initiation that will stay here for 3 or 4 days, this is a very, very strong individual definition. It means that it carries melancholy, and also this mental activation brings melancholy. So we are going to feel it. People that are not individual by their definition might feel it very strongly, might feel a very strong melancholy that can shock them and confuse them, make them a lot of mental action. So just notice this. It will be 10 hours of this mystery gate in the moon. So that's it. That's our week. These were the highlights that our vessel week is going to show us and bring us. And if we want to look at our quartet according to the gates of the vessel, so we know that the 10th gate is the gate of the behavior of the self, treading. And the way to tread, the way to walk this life correctly and without meeting too much resistance, we have our strategy. So each and every one of us know what our strategy is, and in order to be able to love being in the world, we use our strategy. We follow our strategy. And the decision-making process that each one has helps us to maintain our innocence when we meet life. We meet the shock of life, and life is shocking, we know that. If we carry this gate or not, life is shocking, and in order to maintain our innocence and to protect our spirit, the 25th gate is the gate of the spirit of the self. So if we want really to protect our higher self and follow its wisdom in its direction, we're talking about the G center, then we need to follow our inner authority and not succumb to the confusion that the mind can bring us, the pressures, the mental pressures that the mind likes to push us through. And then, of course, the gate of the aura, the 15th gate, the gate of extreme. If we sleep alone, we protect our aura, and we protect ourselves from being from the extreme effect of conditioning. And the life itself is conditioning, and it's not bad. It's just that we need to protect our aura. And you know, the aura is the outer part of the vessel, and this is the first thing to protect. So sleeping alone is very, very important for us. And the last thing is, of course, nutrition. If we really want to love our body and to discover what is this, what does it mean to be in this temple, we need to feed this temple with the right nutrition, inwards and outwards. The people that we take in our life to discover self-love through the body with, we can't take anyone. We need to follow our strategy and authority very carefully, and we need to sleep alone, even if we are with people that we love and that our inner authority said yes to. Still, we need to protect our aura in order to let our body still stay in its innocence, in its purity, and be nurtured the way it should, so we can push upward and reach to the kingdom of heaven. So that's all, folks, for today. I really enjoyed this vessel stuff. I send you my love, as always, and I will see you soon. I'm not sure if it will be next week or the week after, because next week I'm in Germany for a few days, but we'll see how it goes. I don't want to promise, and I also don't want to say that I will not make a video, because if the energy comes, I will. So send you love again. See you. Bye-bye, and have a very, very happy Vessel Week.